Tuesday night tournament. Pawnda and Horses Club / team. Every Tuesday we host a tournament here on lichess.org. We being myself and our gang of friends who are members of this Pawnda and Horses Club community. If you'd like to join the Pawnda and Horses Club, I'll actually post a link right now. You have to be having an established rating on lichess and request to join the team. There. Alright. But I will accept members with established ratings of 100 games or more. Alright. By the way, our team, I don't know where Astrobate is. He's always here early. He's playing hooky, as they say. Is anyone out there? We've got a very strong field. Yes, Sean Pinto is in the house. We are not in a windowless void. Aldisto, Xerox, Locker Guide, God Shankar, Viktorovich is back. Chess Video World. Druvgol, Kasim, it's a player I haven't seen in a long time. Siguro. We've got Veku, Tezek, a new player, Ladron G, Ripun, GM Sean, and Astrobate. Total of 16 already. I advertised a message yesterday, this morning, and again tonight. So there's a new rule on lichess teams that you can only message your team 7 times a week. That's alright, I'm averaging 3. So that's not too bad. But you can always disable the notifications if anyone is bothered by those. It's not unavoidable like death and taxes. Don't have to be Jeff Bezos to get out of it. Chess demands total concentration. At least we got a good quote. A little simplistic, but alright. Be afraid. Guys, Pawnda Swiss. It's an unrated rapid tournament with a time control of 7+3. Casual. It's not a real Olympiad. I'm not enthused. It's hard to please me. I want to get back to normal. Real chess tournament. At least Norway is like a real chess tournament. Sort of. Although I hate the Norway time control. 120 minutes plus 10-second increment. Why is it necessary to have a 10-second increment? I also don't like their scoring system. But at least it's like long, real chess. Rockport was doing very well from what I saw. Alright, we've got 10 minutes till the tournament starts. We're a little worried about Astrobate. Wonder if he's alright. He was on, but it looks like he may not be on. He's in the tournament, but he may not be logged on. Oh no, I just closed the window. Sorry guys. I just closed the window. Major blunder. Blundered. Will it come back? Oh no, we lost it. Alright, we'll get it back, don't worry. Oh my god. Alireza versus Carlson. I have to check out these games. I haven't seen the games yet. From Norway. Again, I just don't like the time control because it like destroys endings. 120 minutes plus 10-second increment. You can guarantee the end games are gonna suck. Why do we have to like destroy chess end games? Make end games suck again. Alright, we got the window back. Let's make end games suck again. Magnus lost to Karyakin, right? When was that? Was that an early game or something more recent? I mean, you can call it classical if you want to. But again, I have a problem with this time control of 120 minutes plus 10-second increments. Not loving it. It's like almost a classical game, but it's like you just don't have time to play an endgame normally. It's going to destroy chess endgames. Alright, anyway, back to the tournament. Pawnda and Horse's team. If you guys would like to join the team, please send me a request to join team. Mickey, welcome. Please donate and support the stream and subscribe. If you're not already subscribed, what's that? The 10-second increment is only after move 40. Exactly. I think, would it be a problem to have like the games be 1 hour longer? Alright. Maximally. I mean, I grew up playing chess tournaments where you had like games typically that were up to 7 hours long. Now they're 5 and now they're even shorter. They're turning them to like 4-hour games. So they'll be faster and faster and faster. 7 hours, 6 hours, 5 hours, now 4 hours. I mean, what do you do all the day if you're not going to play chess? They might as well have two games a day at that time control at 120 plus 10. I mean 120 and then 10 seconds after. You might as well play 2 games a day. Yeah, then you go online and you play 3 hours of bullet chess. They have a separate day for the Armageddon games. But I think the whole thing is sort of absurd. Whatever. Alright. It sounds like a Maurice Ashley scoring system to me. Try to make chess exciting through artificial means. Welcome, guys, to the stream. It's going to be a strong tournament. Aldista, welcome, World Loser. Xerox, Ben Locker Guide, Mickey, God, Yevgeny, Akshub, another player who wasn't here for a few weeks. Chess Video World, Chess Falcon, Druvgol. Well, Chess Falcon's up to 2120. Druvgol, Kazim, Sigaru, Vaku, Tezek, Reedpun. We're almost up to 20 players. Astrobait seems to be MIA. Why can't I freaking open another window? Alright. Open in new window. I'm afraid Astrobait may not be online. He never misses a stream. Very concerning. Request to join the team from Anu Aya 2009. Alright. Thank you for joining. The only requirement is to have 100 rated games slower than Bullet. And the Bullet doesn't count in my book. You just have to have 100 rated Blitz or longer games, and you can join the team or Pawnda and Horses Club. Open link in new window. I'm going to drop the Pawnda and Horses Club link in the Twitch stream again while we're waiting. Starting in less than 5 minutes. If you'd like to join our team, please send a request. I will probably quit after a few losses. You see, just don't quit after your losses. Never quit. That's the secret to success. Never quit. I thought about it, Tizzy. I have to admit, like, you're beginning to tempt me, to do a Knight H6 tournament. Chess 960 is a good idea too. Thanks for the suggestion. Do chess 960. I think I feel like I did one chess 960 tournament a long time ago, but maybe I'm just imagining that. I've been streaming long enough now that I'm starting to forget stuff that I've done, like old chess games. I feel like I might have done a chess 960 tournament at one point. We might have done one. But sometimes you start to create your own false narrative and believe in it. It's weird. Does anybody have that experience? You start to like remember your own story differently and then realize you were wrong. I was arguing with one guy about this game I had in a chess tournament 25 years ago. I was like, no, it wasn't this player, it was that player. I was sure it was a different player than he thought. But it wasn't, I was wrong. You know, you start convincing yourself. Anyway, whatever. Refresh. I will refresh. What do you think we had? We had a chess 960. Audisto is a beast. 2404. I guess 2400 makes you a beast. I called Marchea Parleygrass the beast from the east. Audisto. Your brother lives on lies. A compulsive gambler, stealer, thief, and lies. He has to remember the lies. We can start convincing ourselves. Oh, we got a whole bunch. Repun, why are you not on the team? You're in the tournament already. What is going on here? What? Dude is already in the tournament and he's asking to join the team. He must have, like, unjoined the team. Ultra Bullet Champion. Yeah, that's not really ideal. I hate bullet chess. Alright, we got a player from Belarusia. Looks pretty good. Another player. AZ16. Uh-oh. Not enough games. We're going to ask everyone to have at least 100 rated games to join our team. God damn it, Jerry. I did that again. I closed the window again. I can't believe it. Alright. Close the window. Sometimes it comes back. I'm lucky this time. Wow. That was fortunate. I had to create a new window last time. Why do I keep closing this window? Alright, we are ready to get started. Mule Skinner. Welcome, Great Lazarus. 2383. Great field. Very strong. And those are rapid ratings. Mule Skinner, thanks for subscribing. Mule Skinner 71 just subscribed with Prime. How many games do we have? Arsenal fan is closing in on 300. I think he's slightly ahead of you. In the race for the second player to reach 300 games on my stream. Morales is clearly first place. Mule Skinner was an early leader, or one of the early leaders, but he hasn't been around much. Alright guys, Sheeversfielder jumped in at the last minute, secretly. Good luck, everybody. If my game ends, I'll try to... I will try to... Ashby doesn't have that many games. He doesn't always play in my Blitz streams and stuff, so... He's a little... not that excited about the Blitz time control against me. He plays in the Simul's every week. But he's only on like 150 or something. Surprisingly. But Mule Skinner used to watch every stream. Play almost every stream. Morales has like 350 now. But Arsenal fan is really close to 300. He had like 290 games. So thanks for subscribing anyway. Guys, please don't forget to support the stream. You can donate, what have you. H6 stopping bishop f4. Sorry, stopping bishop g5. It's been a long day. You get the point. It stopped something. Now bishop f4. Bishop d6. an interesting move, to be sure. It's like a London system with c4 and knight c3. It's better than a London system. It is a strong field. Good practice. Check. Check is overrated. Check feels overrated. I honestly don't know what to do. But in most cases, when black plays b6, it's okay to exchange pawns in this type of structure. It's really weird that Acerbate isn't here. I've got more requests to join the team. Amon, game number 36. Plus classical, not enough. I have to decline players with under 100 games. Dempsey Hooligan must have left the team. This player looks like it's pretty close. 20, 68. I'm not counting, you know. Alright, he's got 98 games counting correspondence. Close enough. Hooligan was on our team before, but he must have unjoined. Alright, back to game. Yeah, I don't know. Why do I want to play bishop e5 check? Why do I feel this compulsion to play bishop e5 check? What is a compunction? Everybody's rapid is usually higher than their blitz now. I'm not a statistician, so I don't know why that is that way, but that seems to be the trend. I haven't played many rated games lately, so my ratings don't hover around high 2400, 25. It's a major decision to take on f4. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we don't want to allow bishop g4 here. I'm not feeling it. Compunctions. I'm not feeling a compunction to allow bishop g4. So Great Lazarus' theory is that rapid ratings are always higher because you have more time to think. I'm not sure if that scientifically works like that. Emphasis on the not sure. Man, Acerbate, we were worried there. Very worried. You never miss a stream unless you're like pulled off the street by force or something. Welcome everybody. Strong field tonight. Thanks everyone for playing. If my messages bother you, please disable those on the Pawnda team. But I'd like to send out 2 or 3 messages to make sure we let everyone know. Unfortunately, I cannot message. I mean, we cannot use Twitch for messaging. That's been disabled since about 6 months. I don't know what Twitch's plan is, but being unable to reach out to the Twitch subscribers sort of complicates my ability to announce stuff, since I don't do Twitter. I don't believe in Twitter. Alright. This bishop is pretty restricted by the pawn on d5. Queen d2, c5. My concern is that c5 is on the horizon at some point. think I have some more requests to join the team, but we'll wait till the game is over. It's not like an arena. We all start the games at the same time. It's basically a stonewall attack formation. Pillsbury attack, you might call it. I've got all my pieces developed to logical squares. Smoke break. Maybe that's where Astrobate was. Having a smoke break. I don't know, my blitz rating, I need to raise it up. It's really low. I'm ashamed of my blitz rating. But I keep, every time I play, I get some, people keep ambushing me. Like, I'm not warmed up and I play in an hourly arena. And I keep getting some, like, pretty strong player right out of the gate when I haven't played in, like, 2 days or something. I should play some, like, unrated games to get warmed up before I start playing in tournaments. Alright, this looks like a very promising position for white. F4. We be rolling. An extremely strong French. Chess bid world is near. Yeah, I mean, oftentimes, I did mention that in the last notification. Try to show up, because we get a lot of forfeits in the first round. Cooking Ropes, gotta warm up. 500 bits, thank you. Generous donation from Cooking Rooks. This is an extremely good French defense for white. Thank you, man. 500 bits from Cooking Rooks and a subscription, a Prime sub from Mule Skinner. Thank you, guys. I'll try to get to the request to join the team after the game. Looks like we're going to have one of the longest games. I remember I played in this tournament in Las Palmas, where I had like the first 3 or 4 rounds of this International Open. I had the longest game. The arbiters started to get like pissed with me. They were making jokes about it. They could never go home because my games are always like 7 hours long. It was just a coincidence. Schieberspieler, thanks for playing. Good to see you. Again, thanks for the gift from the cheer gift from Cooking Rooks. What is that? Alright, well, it's a slight weakening of my position, but the pawn chain is a mighty pawn chain. My bishop can cover the white squares. But this is a tempo. This is a pawn chain. And pawn chains are beautiful things. Now, the big knight. Oof. This is major oof. Oofdom. His queen is trapped. Ouch. Alright, that didn't go well. We lost our way there with black. Not good. Pawn chains are my life. Been linking to Windows, so we have no join requests. Oh, my bad. When I get time, I will try to focus and analyze on some of the other games going on right now. What's this press enter to focus box? Another piece. Stay on your side. We want this to stay disabled. Bishop disabled. Not sure that's the best move, but it doesn't look good for black. Somewhat unhealthy situation. Yes. Mate in 1. Okay, guys. So back tournament. Let's see what's going on. Still some games left. 4 ongoing games. 30 players to start. Chess Falcon. Please don't challenge me now. Chess Falcon, Kazim, Ripun. Schieberspieler was still playing. He just got the win. Let's check out Kasim versus Aldisto, second board. Kasim Aldisto. Aldisto is third seed with Schieberspieler in. It looks like, I would say it was a Sicilian defense. Guess the opening is a fun game. They should make a puzzle out of trying to guess what opening positions are. Was it a Sicilian? Wrong. Absolutely wrong. It was a semi-Slav. White is really opened up here. Lots of pawn moves, kind of overextended. In addition to that fact, he is down 2 pawns, which is somewhat bad. He's managed to block the position considerably. Looks like black's going to win that. So Dinekis, ST, Lazarus, myself, Xerox, Soccer Guide, lots of players already won. The other game's still ongoing. 4 ongoing games. God, Shankar versus Mule Skinner. Let's check this out. It's actually, oh my god. Mule Skinner against his son. Family pairing should be forbidden here. There is a request, you know, when you set up the tournaments, I can actually, if you want Mule Skinner, if you wanted, you'd have to request me to do it, because I can't remember this kind of stuff, but if 2 people are like, you know, this would happen in a real tournament too, if 2 people are like brothers or, you know, family members that want to play each other, I can actually set that so there certain pairings are forbidden, you know, so you wouldn't have to play, family members wouldn't have to face each other. If you're interested, let me know next time you guys want to play. Adres Invincible. Wow. This guy's pretty strong. Don Abil was just challenging me. And Harsha. Harsha, who I assumed was already on the team. Sandbagging came to the team tournament. Uh-oh. Oh no, I did it again. Quickly. Open the window. Let me out. Man, this thing is killing me. Alright, we got our window back. If I don't act quickly enough, it just like disappears. Alright, profile. Prophylaxis. Prophylaxis. Pawnda and Horses Club. It's unrated. Cheating is okay. No. Sandbagging is not possible in an unrated tournament. But I think what he's talking about, like, maybe someone was really underrated. They're saying they had been sandbagging previously. Alright. Last game, Ripun Bansal versus God Shankar. Wow, rook, bishop, and knight for a queen. This is crazy. Fantastic position, guys. But Ripun has a tendency to play too fast. I've got a rated challenge from a provisionally rated player. But we are playing in the tournament already. Oh, so Astrobate is like losing on purpose? That's the sandbagging? You couldn't meet a nicer sandbagger. For those who don't know, sandbagging is not like carpet bagging. A sandbagger is someone who intentionally like lowers their rating, either, you know, to make themselves look weaker or be eligible for like tournaments. It's dishonest and illegal, but people do it in real life tournaments, intentionally lose points, qualify for easier tournaments, stuff like that. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. We put out a perpetual check and he let him out. I don't know if he had any winning moves, but he had to draw by rep with rook g7, rook h7, rook g7, rook h7. He had a mate in 1. What? It wasn't mate in 1. He has king h8. It was just perpetual check. I think. The question is, did White have a way to play for a win? You know, I don't know. He had a mate in 6, apparently. Not so easy to see, obviously. I would have taken the draw with low on time, but he has over a minute there. Alright. But you got to make sure you have the draw before you play for a win. Make sure you have the draw in hand before you start making random moves. It's a pity to lose, you know, where he has at least a draw by repetition. He just generally plays too fast. Sometimes people have trouble, including me, you know, have trouble controlling their emotions when they get excited, when they're almost winning, when they're losing, whatever. I'm always much more calm when I'm losing, oddly enough. I get nervous when I'm winning more than when I'm losing. Alright. What about cooking rooks? He just stopped by, or is he playing in the tournament? Where are you, rooks? No sign of cooking rooks. World loser lost to Denekis. Chess Video World also upset in round 1. No, he's not here. He was the forfeit. You're just hanging out? Alright. Good to see you. I know it's hard to make the streams with work. A lot of the American-based players, I mean, if you look at the top page, no one there is living in the US. Second page, Yevgeny's in Canada. Just Falcon. You know, so only a handful of players here. Astrobate makes 3. Only like 3 players are in the Western Hemisphere, sort of. Or at least North American continent. Astrobate says, I'm always thinking I'm winning even when I'm down half my army. There are advantages and disadvantages to that. I'm always too pessimistic. When I was younger, I was more on the optimistic side. But I lean toward being more too negative. Vid E-World. Right. He's Vid E-World. Videvil. He went full-on Videvil. I avoided the Marazzi. Well, he avoided the Marazzi. I sound like I'm saying it American style. Marazzi. Geza Marazzi was one of the best Hungarian historic masters in history. The structure based on c4 and e4. This looks very familiar, doesn't it? I've already played this position on a number of occasions. Against Nefedov, against one player in a correspondence game. It's an absolutely harmless line for white, but it has certain sort of drawish tendencies that I think some players might like. This is my like third time playing this position, which is not even, it's not even considered a theoretical line. Basically a beginner attack for white. White's trying to play the white side of the accelerated dragon as if it's a normal dragon. Now, I don't think anyone's ever played knight takes e4 against me. This is new. I have lots of time. Now I'm having trouble remembering what happened in my correspondence game. It might have actually been similar to this. I think I ended up winning a correspondence game here on lichess where my opponent just abandoned the game at some point where he was like slightly worse. But the opening wasn't that clear. Do I want to go into an ending where I have a very slight structural advantage, or look behind door number 2? The problem is knight takes c6. I don't really like, getting my pawn structure busted up. Half for free, thanks for subscribing. 3 months. The second best vocabulary. My vocabulary, unfortunately, has declined. Because I live in Hungary, I don't have a chance to... Not only that, many reasons. But I don't really have a chance to communicate enough with other English speakers on a high level. How's this endgame? What about bishop g4, knight d4, bishop g7, bishop g4? It's nothing. Nothing. Thanks, man. That was a very nice compliment. This is awkward. What am I supposed to do here? This is a weird move. I just spent 2 minutes. Knight f5. He responded almost like instantaneously. I wanted to tie him down to this pawn here. So I got my bishop to a good square. In that sense. Keep it simple. Now e5, fixing the pawn. This is not really a walk in the pawn park. I wonder if I should have played... You know what I honestly thought about? I thought I could play king f6. But that's kind of cheating. That's like literally cheating. You hate the A and C isolated pawns. Move 11 has... He has like some serious pawn trauma. He's had post-traumatic pawn disorder. How's your treatment for post-traumatic pawn disorder? I don't know, man. This guy is like suddenly gotten a lot stronger very quickly. He dropped a mate in 5 against me a little while ago. A few games ago. We could go for f5. But he's literally started to play like God. Who did he beat in the first game? Did we stop by that game? That was... Oh, that was Ripun, right? That was a mess. That was far from a godlike performance. You beat yourself, to be accurate. You put your pawns in baggies and then like tie them up with little Ziploc bags. Right? So they can't get sick. With rubber bands around them so no air can get in the bag. I'm at no risk of losing this against a human opponent. Although it does remind me of a game I once lost to a computer. There was this nightmare game. I remember now. I think we're going to go with f5 here. I played rook c8 so my bishop was protected. Projecting on my bishop. So my bishop was projected. Projectile bishoping. Please see the tournament chat. Well, I mean, if anyone's suspected of cheating, you know, I can't do a lot. I mean, unless we have really strong evidence. Don't, like, publicly shame them. Sort of, you gotta go to lichess, report them formally. But I mean, you know, if someone is really blatantly doing it, I'll kick them out of the team. But we need, you know... No, Denekis is a long-time member of our team. He's not cheating. He sometimes plays really fast, and he can seem very strong. But I assure you he's not cheating. Move 11, thank you. Zaffy Chess Boy. Got a gift sub. This was not my original plan. GOG is good. Denekis is like 99.9% trustworthy. I don't have like really anyone in the world who's 100% trustworthy. But I'll definitely give him 99.9. Interesting move. What happens on rook d8? Takes, king takes. Bishop f5, king e7, king d3, king up. You know, I don't know if I can win that ending. How about the king and pawn endgame? That's tricky too. But I guess we go down here. This was the original plan anyway. No, I trust Denekis. He's never been suspected. Active rook. Guys, it's a Swiss tournament. So don't challenge me. Join the tournament. Join our team, Zaffy Chess Boy. Should I have... Would check make sense there? You will challenge me later. Damn. He's laying down the law. He just got a gift sub. He's like laying down the law. You will challenge me later, Luke. He's a kind of bossy gift sub. You will do as I say. All subscribers. See, the secret to bishop endgames is to put all your pawns on the same color as your bishop. Little known fact. Do I threaten bishop b1? Yes. That looks good. So we have double threat. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Not so simple, but probably good. This could be a problem, Houston. On the downside, my rook pawn, queen's on the wrong color. I don't know how significant that is here. Wouldn't mind trading that off. Yeah, I mean, the king and pawn game is a draw, but this might not be. Just the pawn I was talking about. I really don't mind trading off this a pawn. And now king d6. And I'm threatening bishop d5. And that's it. It's over. I think I'm winning here. What about b5? b5. That looks good. one way to win. Maybe not the simplest. Let's see. King c3, take, take. King d5, king d3, e4 check, takes. King e5, king e2, king takes, king over. This'll do. This will do. The sealer sweeper. Stay away from the chalupa. Alright, of course it's like the longest game. 3 games remaining. Schieberspieler on the leaderboard. Dempsey hold against Slendrina. Those players were late. Aldisto versus Yevgeny. Good battle. Oh no. Yeah, Yevgeny's missing something in this position. The absent queen variation. Xerox. Whoa. Akshab versus Xerox. What just happened? What just happened? What's going on here? Xerox just like dropped his rook. Damn, do you guys have like a minute left? Sorry, Akshab. Akshab is white. Akshab just dropped his rook for a minute, and Xerox was like pre-moving. That's crazy. They have like tons of time. It's like a minute plus 3 seconds. That's like a slow bullet game that didn't even start yet. And he lost the queen. Damn. Xerox lost. Why are they playing so fast? Alright. I thought Yevgeny was done. I have to refresh the page. All games? 1 remaining. El Shachmat against Harsha. Yeah, this is not good. Brutal game by Harsha. It's totally over. I mean, except for someone losing on time. Cooking Rook said, since I started taking lessons from Beal, now I get endgames in almost every game. He's not afraid of endgames. You know, I think a lot of people are afraid of endgames. And I was telling him, you know, someone on Sound, Asterbait, there is a number of players here who are regulars on my stream who I would go as far as to say they're actually a little bit afraid of endgames. Or they try to avoid endgames. You've got to just be like, play what you get dealt, you know? Aldisto, Great Lazarus, Dinekis, Schieberspieler, Sparklehorse, Akshab, they're all players with perfect score. It's 7-round rapid. I just let, you know, I don't know. Maybe Schieberspieler and I go too far and we're like trying to play endgames too much by trading queens. But I think just let the game develop on its own. You know, don't be afraid of endgames. Just embrace it, you know, without like forcing it. But again, a lot of lower rated players, especially beginners, are terrified to go into endgames. Where would you rank same color bishop endgames in terms of drawing chances in general? Well, I mean, they're kind of like, yeah, somewhere between rook endgames and knight endgames. Similar to rook endgames, but like maybe not as drawish. Like one pawn is more deadly in a bishop endgame. One pawn advantage is a bigger deal in the bishop endgame than a rook endgame, but there are some that are drawn. You know, it's not like knight endgames where, you know, one pawn is almost, you know, 80, 85, 90% of the time winning. It's probably slightly less deadly than a knight endgame. Definitely not as drawish as a rook endgame. Aldisto. What do we do? Ham for free, thanks for subscribing earlier. Complimenting my vocabulary. Generally, like, my social life revolves around Hungarian poker games, where I get in trouble because my Hungarian is so bad. Last week I insulted someone. It'd be better to practice my English. I've forgotten how to speak English. The vocabulary is definitely stagnating. I'm not one of those people who like hangs out with expats. There's that. There's a whole subculture in like European cities where you'll find like all the expats hanging out with each other. But I've never really intentionally sort of done that. Expat groupies. I end up hanging out with people who don't speak English that well. Is there an American part of Budapest? The only thing I could call an American part of Budapest would be no, there's not really. There's a really good Mexican restaurant near the American Embassy, which was actually started by some American guys, called the Iguana. But I don't think like one restaurant near the embassy constitutes an American part. Just in general, a lot of expats have like little cliques where they hang out and Facebook groups and stuff like that. Damn. Mr. Coffee. What happened? I didn't even see what happened. Don't interrupt Mr. Coffee. What was he doing now? Demanding to play me again? I want my money back if you don't play me. Oh, it was a gift sub. Yeah, I can't think of an American part of Budapest. You'd be more likely to find like a British part. The Iguana, though, one of my favorite restaurants. I feel like Botvinnik had a game like this. Very similar. He's accept now. Yeah, that's just annoying. You gotta stop that. Aldisto seems to be making a comeback. 2400, 2400. He didn't fall for my crafty trick. So now what do I do? Yeah, I have very little here. Feels like I have very little here. Honestly, Queen B3 feels like it was a sort of cheapo. Bishop takes. F takes 95, 97. F4. I feel like we had a game like that once before. Thanks, Botvinnik, for the inspired cheapo. What is my queen, gonna do here? I'm just not focusing. I just don't feel it here. Don't feel it, guys. I don't know what else to do. How about knight d2? Let's see, 95 and then f4 and then take back with a knight. Where do I take? Queen a3. There's the Capablanca maneuver. What would Schieberspieler do? There's another player like begging to play me. Wonder if that's a different guy. So f4. I feel like we had this other game with him similar to that f4. Where you like took on e5. I'm not sure I like that for black here. There's also the advantage of this. Pressure. He's fast though. The part of Budapest where Colombo, it seems to be American friendly. Well, I know that area well. I rented an apartment not far from Falkmiksha Utsa, where it's a very nice street. There's a lot of art galleries and antique shops, and it's really close to the Danube. So that's like an elite, where Colombo's statue is on an elite street, very, very pricey real estate, close to the river. That's where the Hungarian Chess Federation is. But I don't see any connection with America, per se. If you go a little further south, you get to Szabadság tér, which is where the U.S. Embassy is. Szabadság means freedom. And that's where the Iguana restaurant is. Highly recommend it. If you're looking for Mexican food in Budapest, it's a little expensive, but better than the average. Not that many Mexican restaurants, obviously, in Budapest. All right. But anyway, any other tour guide-y sort of questions? Just ask away. What are we doing here? Take. This is the main issuing from this position. All right. I'm not going to worry about that. I don't see any tactics, unfortunately. I had a weird try there. No, it didn't work. Make your bishops great again. Pawn chain. Get a tile diamond. I never heard anyone refer to that in that way. Someone wants to join a team. Truth always wins. Recognize that name. Ham for free. Free ham. Queen h4 is appreciated. Some crazy stuff going on here. Very aggressive move. Well, he's starting queen f4. What can I do? I have to play this. That's really insane. Am I losing, drawing, worse? Not really sure. Interesting. He has nasty tricks, like, such as if I play queen f4, e3, queen e3, queen c2, that actually wasn't that dangerous. I should have just taken on f4 here. What about taking on f4? Take, king g6, h4, king h5, black's better. Yeah, it's an interesting battle where his bishop is as good as my knight, maybe even better. So I'm lucky I'm not worse. It's funny, the Stonewall. It's happened in a lot of my blitz games, this type of position. My knight just isn't that great. He missed something. So g5 was good. I thought it was crazy, but it was a good move. Wow. Good game overall, though. Relatively good game for this time control, where we both had like around 20 CPL. I was I was clearly better out of the opening. What did I miss? Here I thought forever and played A3. CD and A3. Like, White has some subtle moves. Alright, guys, back to tournament. Good game. Dinekis is now 3-0, taking out Harsha as well. Aldous still with 2.5. I have 2.5. Lazarus is playing at Schieberspieler. Whoa. This looks like a good battle. Schieberspieler has beaten him 3-0 in previous encounters. Classic knight versus bishop. Looks like a queen's gambit. Super sleazy cheapos. Wow. What? Great Lazarus just traded rooks. Alright, I guess that's alright. He is a strong player. For a second I thought he hung a rook. It's a queen's gambit. Guess the opening. Everybody loves Colombo. And Great Lazarus is now up to 2383 rapid. That's solid. More tactics. Tremendous game by White here. Not so much in his play, but his speed is insane. He's posed problems for Schieberspieler, constantly putting pressure on him and moving super fast. Just hammering him with like faster moves. Just totally winning now. Damn, dude. Rest in peace. Too much Palinka. Alright, we won't go through that. I don't want to focus on Schieberspieler losing. So we've got Dinekis with 3. Let's refresh this. Great Lazarus and Dinekis should play each other. Aldisto, myself, Akshab. Akshab has 2. Not enough Palinka. Man, but Great Lazarus is so fast. He just like wouldn't give you time to think. It's a really treacherous position. It was probably equal at some point. But he's just like, boom, boom, you can't even have time to think. Queen and Knight are tricky, you know. I mean, they're a little easier to play together than Queen and Bishop. So it's trickier, you gotta watch for the Knight forks. I think that's a position that would be drawn in a tournament game, but harder to play for the defender in a fast game. Alright guys, 4 more rounds to go. This is your last chance to enter. If anyone wants to enter late, you have 25 seconds to do it. My tie breaks. Did God leave or something? Did Druvgol leave? My tie breaks are like way below Aldous does. Not liking my tie breaks. What? You're not even in my point group. Masturbate, you need a buy? Would you like to buy a buy? What am I playing here? Would you like to buy a vowel? Uh-oh. This looks familiar. He's been like studying my training games or something. Jesus. Alright. We had this in a training game against one of my students. We do get the people who prepare sometimes. I guess Cheaper Spieler prepared this in general, not just for me. H3 is a pretty rare move. It's been played by a fair number of strong players. How are you doing, Mr. Coffee? Off from work today? You wish, right? You're off for the California recall election. I'm gonna mail my vote in. No, just kidding. I'm not an American resident. Yes, Queen C2. Training. So what was the plan? We played A4. Yep, that's wrong. That's exactly what my student played. And it's not the best. Wait, that's better there. It looks like this was our game. What is this, though? This is a new move. A new move. Out of my preparation now. It's alright. Just have to live with it. I think we're alright here. We alright. We'll have to allow a slight damage to the pawn structure. But it's not the end of the world. Rook E8. Take, take, take. I'm not loving that. I guess I can play Queen C5. What's wrong with Queen C5? That was what was wrong with Queen C5. Now I remember. A microcomputer. All computers are microcomputers nowadays. Rook A6. What's up with Bishop E6? Yeah, it's sort of unbelievable. He hasn't lost a game against me in the last 15 games. Like, he has a Grandmaster level performance against me. Normally, like, Senapon losses range from 11 to, like, 20. It's unbelievable how fast he is. I think he messed this up, but he just, like, goes on. What he did here is really not a big deal, but Queen c5 was probably a blunder. Black's fine here. I just, like, saw Rook d5 and then forgot about it. Literally, like, a minute later. I'm like, oh, I don't want to play Queen c5 because of Rook d5. And then I'm like, oh, I'll play Queen c5. Still not that easy for white. He's up a pawn, but I'm not sure white's winning objectively. That's not necessarily winning. There's a big difference between better and winning. So b5. Right. Instantly queen there. Trouble move. Rook d8. What's up with Rook d8? Trading down. $26.82 in bullet. He has a lot in common with Oleg Krivonosov, actually. Super fast, likes to play like simple positions. You know, very, very good in technique. Rook takes e6, pawn takes e6. That's a weird move. I did not expect that. Pretty incredible move, no? Bishop g4. That's a pretty freaking incredible move, wouldn't you say? And he even like talks trash during the game. While playing like 10 Senapon loss. So what do we got here? Highly accurate moves. I mean, Bishop g4. I made like 2 inaccuracies in this game. Highly sus. He should be at least a GM. Right, another move. Another perfect move. b4. Every time. Well, I don't have a choice. I have to play this. Yeah, he's basically as strong as Sarawan. Even though he's 2,300 FIDE. What's the center pawn loss on this game? Like, seriously. So here, this is supposed to be, like, not accurate. I know this exact position. So he just, like, randomly plays bishop takes f6. What is this? This is nothing. Bishop takes f6, bishop takes f6. So he makes one mistake. And now I blundered with queen c5. And instantly, knight takes f6, takes, rook d5. And now I blundered again with queen c7. This is an amazing position now. I had to play rook a6, which looks bad because of c5, so I played this. And now this bishop g4, he misses it the first time. 16 center pawn loss, 2 inaccuracies, all while using just like 2 minutes for the whole game. That's like GM level, 2600. Missed bishop g5. I mean, the opening battle you lost, but you know your tactical play seems to be like perfect somehow. Your tactical play is like perfect. You never make a blunder, and you see every opportunistic tactic there is. The mistakes you made in the opening, I had already like studied that position. So, you know, that was something I've already looked at. I'm happy that the opening is fine for black. Back to the tournament. But I didn't realize how strong Schieberspiller really is tactically. He's like able to spot opportunistic tactics very, very quickly. He seems like he got stronger tactically. He wasn't that strong tactically in the beginning when I first started playing him. Almost like a stylistic change or something. This what I've noticed is lately he's just like brutal tactically and very, very quick. The last 2 games against me. But the opening was an abomination. I mean, bishop takes f6 is awful for white. I can't believe I saw queen c5 and played it anyway. I literally knew that queen c5, rook d5 was good for white, and I played it anyway. Because I forgot what I was thinking. Alright, Dinekis, 3-0, perfect score. Going into the next round. Wow, he's got quite an interesting position here with these pieces bearing down on a6. Great, Lazarus has a perfect score, right? He's the only one. Well, Dinekis was the other one. Incredible pressure on d4. He defends, check this out, defending a6. You're like an elephant, Asterbate. Elephants never forget. This knight on c7. No, I mean, queen a5 there, it's a problematic variation, but queen a5 might not be the best line. He has b4 right away. But I mean, the accelerated dragon, I mean, queen a5 is a pretty standard move. But it's funny that you mentioned that. Queen a5 here, we're not talking about that. Wow. This looks dangerous. White is likely in a very dangerous situation. I just realized White's probably just lost here. King h1 would have been, you know, easy to get mated on h1 with a rook sacrificed or something. This doesn't look great either. White's in a lot of trouble, objectively. Alright. I think that Lazarus is going to have perfect score. Altisto is playing Mickey. The crazy gambit. Wow. Black's totally winning. It's over. Alright. Congratulations to Mickey with the win against a strong player. Let's refresh the page. Thanks, guys, for tuning in and playing. We got Dempsey Hooligan, who's a strong player. 2470, actually. Wow, Yevgeny is really... This looks like a B3 Sicilian. The heck was the opening here? Something Nimzovician. Something not healthy. Still, Black is the clear pawn down. Seeking counterplay. I mean, objectively, White can probably trade for that knight on e5. White has huge positional advantage and material advantage. Just hard to put Black away. Sooner or later. Maybe he can, like... Wow, that's a pawn. That's another pawn. Yevgeny's in trouble. It's probably lost. It was already lost. Wait a minute. White's down the exchange? Oh, I didn't realize this. He was down the exchange the whole time. I thought it was... Wow. It's not that easy. Yevgeny's going to lose on time. I didn't realize he had sacked the exchange to get this position. He was actually down material. Yevgeny's got big time problems. It's probably really tough to hold this anyway. Sack the exchange back. Good try. Yeah, this is rough. This is bad. Rook f6. That would lead to a draw by repetition. This is not healthy. Very strong move. B4. I mean C4, C5. Now you could actually sack a rook and win. Always put your queen behind the passed pawn. Queens behind passed pawns. Okay, Lazarus must be winning by now. 4-0. Schieberspieler, Mickey with 3. Pulled again, 3. God is back. Beating Kasim with 3. Dinekis has 3. Altisto and I have 2.5. Shockbot has 2.5. Man, I'm almost off the first page now. We're trending downward. This is a strong tournament, though. Amiiboid joined with 1.5. Sumaher, Slendrina. Very strong tournament, guys. Thanks for playing. Alright, we're almost out of... I'm almost out of... Almost out of cider. Mango lime cider. Slider time is almost done. It's almost 2455 tournament performance rating is good for 8th place. Yeah, at least I lost to and drew 2 of the top seeds. And I played decent players in the first 2 games. Everyone is 2100 or higher, and I have a plus score, so it's not that bad. Stronger than your average hourly tournament here. 36 players, though. That's a good turnout. Unfortunately, World Loser left. Chess Video World never showed up. Teze played 1 game and left. Druvgol left after losing to me, destroying my tie breaks. Guys, don't lose to me and then leave and destroy my tie breaks. If you're going to destroy someone's tie breaks, destroy Schieberspieler's tie breaks. Play Schieberspieler and then leave. Not mine. It doesn't look good for me, though. I'm gonna have to, even if I win my last 2 games, or we got 3 games, even if I win the last 3, there's no guarantee I'm going to win or even finish in the top 3. Il Shock Mott. I guess I just have to focus better. I want to start learning how to play Bishop F4. Move 11, was Move 11 here earlier? He was here earlier. He never plays in these, though. I guess he's working. Move 11 gave the gift sub. Gaved, he gaved. You heard my vocabulary here first. It's pointed out by Ham for free. Move 11 gaved a gift sub. Oh, Schieberspieler. How could you play Bishop takes F6? What is that? Now you're going to go back to the drawing board and learn how to play it properly and play the opening better next time. I don't know, the computer wants to play B4 after Queen A5. So if Queen A5 is inaccurate, I have to find a different move. This is classic Valerie Franklock system. It's like a non-standard Queen's Gambit for black. That if white doesn't know what he's doing, black gets a pretty good game. If white does know what he's doing, I think black doesn't really get a great game. Life is simple. Mr. Coffee known for his specialty, specializing in grammar skills. Gramercy Park. Queen E2. Please don't let me hang a piece like I did. That's E2. Don't let me hang a piece like I did against Sumaher earlier this week. English was always your worst subject. Did you study any foreign languages, Mr. Coffee, in high school? Kelsey Grammar. Move 11, is it true they were doing like a Frasier reboot or something? Or like a continuation of Frasier? I thought I saw that recently. Wonder if the actor who played Frasier's dad is still alive. He's probably older. He's like older than Captain Picard. 94 or Bishop takes F6 first. Bishop F6, Knight F6. Bishop F6, Knight F6, 94. Bishop F6, Bishop F6, 94. Bishop F6, Pawn F6. That's the classic. You did better in French than English. Those English teachers are pretty mean, man. The foreign language teachers are always like much more like easy. Usually more easygoing about not like soul crushing bad grades for kids and stuff. In my experience. No, I was always lucky. My high school we had good English teachers. I think the math department wasn't great. We had very, very good English in my high school. for a sort of average kind of school district. I was just fortunate in that respect. That led to me like being better in English than math, and I think ultimately why I like dropped all my math classes in college, other than statistics. Plus, you don't have a love for something. You know, if the teachers aren't great, I think they, great teachers instill a love in something, a love for something, chess or whatever it might be. No, I mean seriously, like pawn takes f6 it's an interesting try. Because if you play pawn takes f6, I may not have a way to stop you from playing c5. But the other moves, you can't necessarily do something about it. Knight a2. I'm not sure about this, but I know that that's a big square. Like, we had a really so-so math department, and the science department was not great, so I never even was interested in science. I should have done like communications or something instead of imagine if I had studied communications and I was a streamer today. What a built-in advantage I would have. Seriously, what do we do? Rook d1 or rook c1? Rook d1 or rook c1? Rook c1? Which rook? Or rook d1? Rook d1? I'm not sure. I like this. Put rook on open file. Bowling. Mr. Coffee spent too much time at the bowling alley instead of doing his English homework. Instead of reading his English literature. He was busy racking up strikes. With the boys down at the alley. I've never been bowling in Hungary. I was looking for a bowling alley the other day. I want to go bowling. I have like a bowling nostalgia. I would always take my kids bowling when they were little in the States. But bowling doesn't have a strong following here. There are bowling alleys. I mean, they're obviously not as good. In the bowling center of the world, it's not just for Homer Simpson. Bowling is a real sport. But seriously, what are we going to do here? Knight c5, knight d2. If I play knight d2, I mean, he damaged the structure a lot with f5. The damage has been done. We need to reevaluate our priorities here. If I play knight d2, black can get in c5. Alright. Most people bowl for... Oh, you went to a bowling alley in Scotland? It's interesting. I've never gone bowling in a foreign country. Bowling for dollars. There was a game show, right? But anyway, I like to use the bowling analogy when we're talking about open files. Rooks are like bowling balls. So we killed his bishop on b7. And he slightly weakened his position with bishop f6, but, I mean f5. But okay, it's not so simple. Okay. I don't know. This? Is this enough? Snickers really satisfies you. How's my A rook doing? How are you doing over there, buddy? Feeling a little claustrophobic? Don't worry, we'll get to you. Just take a number and it's like being in the emergency room. Yesterday there was a news story. Cardiac patient died because he couldn't get an emergency bed in the hospital because there were so many unvaccinated COVID patients. Great. Perfect. What am I doing here? D5? I'm going to get to you, Mr. Rook. In line at the emergency room. We're going to make these bishops great again. But he sort of convincingly defended that b4 pawn. I mean, I don't know. Do I have enough here? Really tough defense by black, hanging on. Staying alive. John Travolta was in Budapest. I'm not a big John Travolta fan, but while we're singing Saturday Night Fever, apparently his kids are actors, 2 of them. They were filming a movie in Budapest. Let's take more space. D5, creation of a passed pawn. No, I mean, we have a brutal space advantage, but it's very hard to finish him off here. Stranglehold. Do you feel claustrophobic? Man, that's a good move. I'm afraid that might be a good move. Seriously. I think we're going to have to go for this. I am not happy with this guy. I mean, he's defended like a genius. And G5? Queen G7 was a great move. How does that even work? Man. Maybe I should have just played like Queen E3 or something. I really didn't think he was going to go for this. Rook takes check, pawn takes, rook takes. I mean, bishop takes. His king is in a very dangerous spot there. Queen D8. What about this king and pawn game? Jesus. Queen D8, take, take, Queen G8. Queen E5, check. Queen G7. Queen F5. Devi. I'm playing in our tournament here. I can't count. I can't count. Take, take, C6. Counting is good. Alright. Black was almost hanging on there. A lot of pressure. I have a lot of practice in that variation. Let's check out Great Lazarus. Ooh. Wow, very risky move by Black. A5. It looks like Black's like a pawn down playing for a win with A5. Cute in-between move. What? Okay, this has to be a draw, no? I mean, the white does have a protected passer. But it looks like the white king is like paralyzed. How is the white king going to get out of that like box over there? That's kind of a problem. Can't get your king out. Now he's found a way though. Yeah, but you can't move his king without dropping G3. And then you can't control F2 and G3 at the same time. Alright, so this, I don't know. I think it should be a draw. We'll see who Schieberspieler is killing now. Looks like standard position. Gog is good. Gog is lost. Do you know how many times God is... Does anybody know how many times God is written in the Declaration of Independence? The Constitution. Alright, let's go. Yeah, 0. Something like 0. 0. The Constitution. I was thinking, not the Declaration of Independence. Constitution has 0. I'm sorry, I meant Constitution. Yeah. All right, Great Lazarus is still playing that. This is a draw, boys. Come on. Let's get it over with. Whoa. That's interesting. Oh my god. Dude, seriously, what if he played King G4? King G2, King G4, King G1, King F4, King F2, King E5, King E3, King F6, King F4, King G7, King G5, King H7. What the heck is going on there? If you sack a piece. I'm like telling them it's a draw. Is this winning? Oh my god, it is. Wow. King G4 wins for Great Lazarus. He like sneaks in, sacrificing a piece, and goes King F4, King E5, down on G7. What if God was one? That's a classic song. MTV 120 Minutes. Early 90s rock. Maybe actually 80s, right? Who did that? What if God was one of us? Who? What band was that? Why don't I remember? Alright, anyway. Dude, that's amazing. King G4. 18 cent upon loss and 18 cent upon loss. Damn. Plus 8 in the final position. Well, not the final position. That was what? Mr. Coffee. No. Let's go. I mean, I saw it instantly because it's the only way to win. This is the only way to like even try winning. You know, you gotta see that. 1995. Oh no. B3. Ozzy Osbourne. Oh, I thought it was older. That's weird. I got my wires crossed. That was one of those songs that was like way too popular. Right? What is this? Well, I guess A5 was better against D3. If you play D3, A5. I'm confused. Are you even kidding me? God is definitely with us today. Does this work? Knight A7. Triple exclam. You saw it here first. That's better than sex. Knight A7. Knight A8. If James Brown was a chess move, that would be that move. I mean, I don't know, dude. I can't believe that this actually happened in a game. Knight a7, bishop d3, e4. Winning a piece, right? Bishop f6, queen f6, bishop e4, queen a1. Or bishop c4, d5. Bishop a4, b5. It's a funny trap. I thought for a second I got the position confused. Maybe it works against... We'll have to make like an Eric Rosen video out of this. Does bishop a3 save him? It shouldn't, right? Remain calm and carry on. Maybe it saves him. Queen e6. Bishop d3. How does it save him? Queen e6. Bishop f8. Well, there is queen d8, right? Queen d8. Queen d8. Queen d8, bishop f8, rook f8, bishop d3, e4, queen d8, man. Queen d8, bishop f8, rook f8. I mean, you take with the king, too. Taking with the king is fancy. Fancy feast. Undeveloping. Queen e6 runs into problems with the e4 knight moving, attacking my queen variation. Whereas queen d8 doesn't. So now the moment of truth. Which way should I take? With the king or with the rook? Rook takes. I get it. There is some stuff going on here. King takes. I don't know, I feel king takes. I like king takes better. You can kind of hide in the corner. He has a defense? Are you even serious? So why doesn't that work right away, actually? Okay, I guess I was never trapping the piece. Like, you can always just do that. You just do it right away, all the time. That's messed up, man. I thought I was winning a piece. Wow, that's nuts. How strong is this guy? Stronger than me, apparently. Look at his ratings. Wow, I just thought I was winning a piece. That's so sick. Now my knight's on a7, and I played queen d8. Well, I wouldn't have played queen d8 if I wasn't winning a piece, man. Are you serious? Why the heck did I play queen d8? That's ridiculous. Man, he like faked me out. Nobody made any comments. I undeveloped my queen for no reason. I don't even know if I'm worse here. I would have played queen e6 if I had known I wasn't winning a piece. Give me a break. That is just bizarre. Can you please tell me what the heck I'm doing here? Just a weird position now. Not even clear who's better. It's kind of like a King's Indian attack. Man, I burned all my time being sure I was going to win a piece. Yeah, so the truth is, it must have been the other position with like d3 where it's winning a piece. d3 is a lot worse for white. Knight a7 might even be a bad move against knight e2. I guess against knight e2 I don't even play a5. In any case, it's an interesting variation. I like moving my rook pawns. I like me a lot of rooks. So what happens on e4? I think we're going to find out. We're going to overprotect it with like queen e7. This is a really weird position. It's just a bizarre King's Indian. French against the King's Indian. A King's Indian that's not a King's Indian. Because I didn't play g6. But whatever. Yes. I could play d5. I guess I was trying to avoid that. Not to put all my pawns on the wrong color. Color. Paint by color. This square. This square, even. Been a rough tournament. Position is unclear. I was thinking about h4, definitely. And doing rook luft. Lufting it. Thanks everybody for playing. This is one of our, I think, strongest weekly tournaments that we've had. Thanks to Move 11 and Cooking Rooks for your generous donations. We will be back tomorrow with Weird Wednesday, Unusual Openings, Blitz stream, 11 a.m. if I can sleep tonight. Korchnoi Victor. You know, Korchnoi had some interesting games, like, where we don't have to take this pawn back right away, you know? Like, it's not going anywhere, right? Nesbedinov also. So I can play another move. I don't have to play capture on e4. For example, rook e8. And if I do capture, which way should I take? Bishop takes? I really don't want to have a bad bishop. There should be no questions about this bishop. It's just not enough time. I mean, in a long game, I would spend a long time on this move. Like, seriously considering other options. Not taking right away. But we got to keep it quick here. He's got a nice big center. Hope he likes the French defense. Ooh. Rook g1. Threatening rook f6. It's a nasty little trick. Wow. So let's do bishop d3. I might have to play d5 to stop it. You know, stop the tricks. Tricks are for kids. Speaking of queen h4. Now he's starting e4, potentially trapping my queen. Knight g4 looks a little odd. Stop saying knight d5 and queen h4. Guys, keep saying moves that are like legal in my current position. Queen there. Interesting. What's the threat? What are you trying to do? Queen h4 or something? I don't know. And this guy is like brutal. Whoa, what is that? He's just defending. Well, I found a way at least. To lose, presumably. How strong is this guy? It's ridiculous. He must be a titled player. He's like, look at his score against me. Rook g5? Yeah, that's a good move. He's just like taking me apart, like falling asleep. In his sleep. I don't know, man, but it must be an IM or something. Extremely high ratings. This is no way this player is untitled. It's crazy. Like instantaneous moves. Damn. Yeah, he's even stronger than Schieberspieler. Maybe. But I don't remember his ratings being that high before. He's like in the 2500s now. Jesus. His technique is like devastating and he doesn't take any risks. Just no risk whatsoever. Now we're going to see like perfect endgame technique. Looks that way. Yeah, he's like perfect technique too. Just no chance. The guy's 5.5, 1.5 against me. I mean, that's got to be a GM or a strong IM or something. He doesn't lose a single game. And insanely fast. I mean, what was the Xenophon on that game by White? Look at the stuff he found. No problem. Damn. One blunder, one inaccuracy. How is this not a title player? I mean, give me a break. Who did he draw with? Great Lazarus and Xerox. Great Lazarus is winning the tournament now. Somehow ahead of Schieberspieler. Brutal. I'm not even close. But again, you know, it's not just that my opponents play strong, but the insane speed on top of how strong they play. You got like 3 players here who are playing like strong IMs. Maybe like weak GM, strong IM, blitz level. At the top of this cross table. The technique at the end, I think I was drawing for one moment, but I had no time left. Probably it was a draw for 1 second. I'm not even sure though. My king is cut off with a rook on e5. It's very tricky. Yeah, I mean, just too strong, too fast. It's like playing Magnus Carlsen. I could have made a draw, but I was too short on time. So this variation I'm actually kind of prepared for. Bishop g5 is bad. They all play like bishop takes c4, knight takes e4, some kind of weird gambit or something. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing there. So much for that being prepared thing. Move 11. Let's just stick with bishop g5. Yeah, that was a great game. But I mean, my speed is just too slow. But I think White always had it under control. Now Strange retreating back Threatening. Knight takes e4. No. Not threatening. But he does have h6, yeah. Actually, is this even a good move, though? I can play bishop f4. Or even bishop e3. No, I don't think this is good for black. I don't know, but Dempsey Holdingen has to be a title player. At least like a FIDE master or something. Knight on bd7. What is black doing here? He'll be like, oh, I'm 1600 FIDE. We get a lot of that. 1600 national rating. Sure. Alright, this looks unnecessary. H3. But I'm pretty phased from my bad result here. Speaking of Schieberspieler's, like, there goes the confidence. So now e5? He just learned to play this year. What? Mickey, are you on tilt or something? I think he's tilted. Wait, am I winning a piece? Pawn takes f6. Yeah, he's tilting. Though he might have some compensation here. Well, I guess he could go into the ending, the 2 pawns for a piece. He should have won against Lazarus. At least I have a decent score against one player. That's rapid too, not blitz. I'm saying I'm slow, but usually that applies especially in blitz. But I'm getting crushed in rapid now. Insurance compensation. I wouldn't want to ride a bicycle on the street in Hungary. Got a lot of ambulance chasers in America, though. Don't talk about insurance. It's a racket. The worst is like travel insurance. Better make sure you get a reliable travel insurance company if you get travel insurance. Don't go buy one of those fly-by-night travel insurances. Cheap ones on the internet. That's like my biggest fear if I go back to the US. You get like hospitalized and don't have medical insurance. You might as well just commit suicide. That's better than what will happen when the insurance companies get a hold of you. Alright, seriously. Nice move. King f6. It's feels nice and safe there, doesn't it? You feel warm and fuzzy all over on that square. Let's see what we got. Speaking of Uber, I haven't seen Uber driver. Yeah, he's fully tilted. Where's the mate? Knight g5 looks pretty interesting. We could go for that. I don't think it's mate, though. This may not work. God damn, I'll have to repeat moves. Unless I have knight h7. Knight h7. Knight h7. That's a pretty nice move. Man, this looks brutal. Knight e6, pawn e6, rook e6. Knight e6, pawn e6, rook e6. Oof. Knight e6, pawn e6, rook e6. Knighties and pawnies. Knight e6, pawn e6, rook e6. King g5. Knight f3 check. King h5. Damn, dude. I think this works. No draw. There was probably like some other stronger move. I just want to get a plus score in the tournament. I have 3.5 out of 6. Is that right? 4.5 respectable. So knight e6, pawn e6, rook e6 was too much. Too high a price for our opponent. We are hunting the king here. Knight e8 check. At least it was entertaining. All right, quality. Quality over quantity. I have a big tie break, 12.75. I have a good chance to finish 4th or 5th. But maybe not. Aldisto has better tie break. Anyways, you're more interested in the main board here. Not that. Great Lazarus with an incredible performance. He's actually like destroying Yevgeny. It looks like he was like a wicked stepsister. So the rook is trapped on g2. What the heck opening is this? King, it's a closed Sicilian? Really? Black just went crazy with h5, h4. Maybe Yevgeny is tilted as well. Well, this looks alright. It looks alright. What happened here? Black played bishop g5 and put his rook in a weird place, allowing knight f6 check, and defended the bishop. And Yevgeny took that. So it's going to be an exchange sacrifice. Is what this amounts to. Doesn't look great. Yeah, Lazarus has a chance to get 6.5 out of 7. like how my score against Great Lazarus is 56.5, 11.5. What is that about? All right. He's letting his little brother play. Interesting. Rook sacrifice. Sacking back. There's a big check. Okay, what's going on here? I mean, white is losing on the queen side, so he has to get something. Knight f6, check next. Then what? King c7? Some sort of d6? Traps? No, he just takes here. His king is trapped in the middle of the board with the threat of knight f6. Wow. That's pretty devastating. Could black have played king e8 instead? No, it would just be the same thing, but worse. Probably just worse. Dude. Yeah, I mean, you could play king e8, queen e5 check, queen e8, queen e7, sorry. Queen e7. It still doesn't look good for black. I mean, I don't feel like white did maniac stuff. He's playing like a sort of Alexander Ivanov black side of the closed English. This was a surprising move, though. Like, you would think like white would take with the pawn here. He goes with knight takes g3. And then this move, knight g4. And probably black is okay here. Knight g4, pawn g4, rook h1, bishop h1, bishop g5. But white still retains some space advantage. This looks like it's over. I don't think that black can survive. What about Schieberspieler? Wow. Schieberspieler has tactical advantage. Pawn up. And way more time than his opponent. Impressive. Some very strong players here in this field. That made me look bad today. You are what you eat. Looking forward to redeeming myself tomorrow in the Wednesday morning Blitz stream. I think I need to start taking some supplements or something. I don't know, man, this was pretty harsh. I don't want the tournaments to be this strong anymore. It's going to make me look bad. Be careful what you wish for. At least I finished in the top half of the first page of the cross table. Are those last game? So Schieberspieler won? Already? How did he win so quickly? Is it that bad? 5.7. Damn, dude. Like a perfect game? What was the opening? Grunfeld with c6. Oh, it's a Slav with c6. Played the Slav. Slav. So Schieberspieler will win the tournament or not? We've got to see. He has 6. Lazarus can get 6.5. He was winning, it looked like. Black is hanging on. As I said, black was winning on the queen side. This is what I meant when I said he's winning on the queen side. Queen G5 is +8, +9. Yeah, this looks like a crushing position. I mean, Yevgeny just went like pretty crazy here with H5. The computer likes that move though. Like a Czech Benoni style thing. You know, one of those like lion's jaw style Czech Benoni thing. That looks, I always thought it was sort of stupid, but maybe it's not that bad. Great Lazarus winning the tournament with an impressive score in a very strong field. Schieberspieler really played unbelievably, losing one game to Aldisto, right? It was Aldisto you lost to. No, sorry. Great Lazarus, of course. Yeah, you had to play him. So he had just one draw against MC Hooligan. Very impressive, 26-77 performance, 6.5 out of 7. Second place, 26.95. Aldistoke did get third with a win in the last round and better tie breaks. My tie breaks were horrible. Just be a rating with a party of 26. Just missed the end of our tournament. Just be, we had a very strong field. You should play sometime. Man, this was tough. I finished like 5th. A whole bunch of good players. And of course a lot of people drop out, but it's a Swiss. It takes about, we've been streaming for about 2.5 hours. Chess Bia, thank you for the raid. So this is strong. 6.5 for Great Lazarus. 6 for Schieberspieler, performing 26.95 after losing one. Aldisto, 3rd place. Dempsey Hooligan played really well and only lost the last game against Schieberspieler. He did have a half-point bye. I had very dodgy results today. 4.5, 5th place. Mickey got 6th. God was 7th. Suma had a good job getting to 8th place without playing like 3 rounds. Yevgeny with 4, and Kazim back with 4. Asterbait, where were you, man? Thanks to everybody for playing. Thanks to Chess Bia. Just wrapping up the stream. Check out Chess Bia. Don't forget to check out Chess Bia streams. She had a short-ish stream today. Who else was here? Where is Asterbait? Asterbait, where are you? Asterbait VIP. He finished 15th with 3 points. Not bad. Even Xerox, who's like 2,300, only managed to finish 11th. That's how strong the tournament was today. God was 7th. Yeah. The Devil is 6. Yeah. It's a good joke. I'll have to put that in the description when I upload it to YouTube. God finished 7th. Alright guys, thanks to everybody for playing. Congratulations to Lazarus, Schieberspieler, and Aldisto for top 3 spots. I'm going to come back tomorrow morning. And don't forget to check out Chess Bia as well. And Schieberspieler, of course. I will see all you guys and girls later. It was fun getting crushed. I think I need a little more training practice. I'm not playing enough. Great guys. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.